This video is still converting from standard form to vertex form, and the first part, part A, is the same, as is the top part, part B. So this will pick up down at the bottom, just showing the examples of how to convert from standard form to vertex form. So let's start with the first one, y equals x squared plus 8x minus 5. First step, as in the other method, is to isolate the x squared and the x terms, leaving a bit of space, and the minus 5. Difference now is we're just going to follow along each line. So we have x squared plus 8x. Half of 8 is 16, and I'm going to complete the square by squaring, or sorry, half of 8 is 4, and I'm going to complete the square by squaring 4. That gives me plus 16. In order not to change things, at the same time I'm also going to subtract 16. And so you can see this set of brackets is the same as above. Now what we're going to do is take that minus 16 out of this set of brackets. Plus 16, close that. The minus 16 comes out with the minus 5. We're now going to rewrite this trinomial square as the square of a binomial, so this will be x plus 4 squared, and minus 16 minus 5 gives us minus 21. So there's our final answer. Next up, part B, y equals 2x squared minus 12x plus 7. First step is to factor out the 2 from the x squared and the x term, again leaving space, plus 7. Now we're going to complete the square, so 2x squared minus 6x. Half of 6 is 3. 3 squared is 9. So in the set of brackets, I'm going to add 9 and also subtract 9. Now we've got the plus 7. We're now going to remove this 9 from the brackets, but when it comes out, it'll be multiplied by 2. So we have y equals 2 x squared minus 6x plus 9, and here now we have 2 times negative 9 is minus 18 plus 7, and finishing off we have 2x minus 3, that's half the b term, quantity squared minus 11. Okay, I'm going to clear away this stuff and then we'll look at example C. Okay, C, y equals negative x squared plus 7x minus 4. There's a couple of things that will happen here. So first off, it has to be an x squared, so I need to factor out the negative sign from the x squared and also from the 7x. So the 7x will become minus 7x, leave some space, and minus 4. This way, if the minus sign is distributed, you'll get negative 7x squared plus 7x, which is what we want. Okay, now within the brackets, minus x squared minus 7x. Completing the square, take half the middle term. Half of 7 is 7 over 2 squared, gives me 49 over 4. Add that on, subtract it off, and minus 4. Let's remove this one from the brackets. When we do so, we're going to multiply by this negative. So y equals negative, that stays, x squared minus 7x plus 49 over 4, close the bracket. This will become plus 49 over 4 minus 4. Y equals negative. Now, we take this, which is a perfect square trinomial, and write it in its factored form, minus 7 halves squared. Okay, and outside we've got plus 49 over 4 minus, and let's convert this to a denominator 4, so this will be minus 16 over 4. Final answer, y equals negative x minus 7 halves squared plus 33 over 4. Okay, let's go on. We'll do the last two examples, D and E. Two more. Okay, first step, factor out the negative 3. Gives me x squared. 10 divided by negative 3 will be minus 10 thirds x, leaving space, minus 2. Next step, on this line we want to take y equals negative 3. x squared minus 10/3 x. Half of 10/3 is 5/3. Squared will be 25/9. Add it on and subtract it off. And then the minus 2 on the end. Okay, we're going to remove the 25/9, minus 25/9 from the brackets. Doing that, we're going to multiply by -3. Y equals -3 x squared minus 10/3 x plus 25/9, and multiplying, -25/9 times -3 will give us positive 25/3 minus, and I'm going to convert this right now, so 2 is 6/3. Y equals -3. This now gets written in factored form. This is a trinomial square. X minus, remember it's half of this. Half of this is 5/3. 5/3, quantity squared, plus 19/3. Last one. Y equals 1/2 x squared. 3. Okay, now what do we multiply a half by in order to get 3? So, or 3 divided by a half will be 6. So plus 6x. Leave some space, minus 6. Equals 1/2. Okay, we're completing the square. Plus 6x. Half of 6 is 3. Squared is 9. Plus 9. Minus 9. Minus 6. 1/2. Let's remove this minus 9 from the brackets. X squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 9/2. While I'm at it, let's write this over 2. It'll be minus 12/2. Finish off. All of these are y equals, of course. Y equals 1/2 x plus sign. Half of 6, 3. Squared. Okay, we're not actually factoring here. We know what the factorization is going to be. Minus 21/2. So this is the alternative method of completing the square in order to convert from standard form to vertex form. You may use whichever one you like.